Richician!
Hey YouTube, Richician84 here, and happy Friday, as some YouTubers say, and I'm here with another top 10 video, and I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favourite decks that Gamer Central uses, or did use. So yeah, I've done one for two other members of Team Sorcerers, Weber's 5 and Express Gaming, and now it's Gamer Central's turn. I would do this for Starlight William Magician's decks and Emma's decks, but they don't have enough decks to make a top 10 out of it. I mean, last time I checked, Starlight William Magician only has 4, Dark Magician Girl, Red Dragon Archfiend and Rose Dragons, whereas Emma currently only has 5. Melfi's, Light Swans, Magician Girls, Karibo and Fortune Fairies. I mean, I could make a top 5 out of her decks maybe, but obviously she still needs to learn how to play Karibos and Fortune Fairies at this time. But for now, I'm covering the 10 decks that I really like the most that Gamer Central has. So let's just jump straight into it. So coming in at number 10 is Ice Barriers. Ice Barriers have always been an archetype that I quite liked, even though I've not had much interest in playing them. It is a shame that they're just kind of disrespected in some ways and memed the crap out of, like even after they got their own structure deck. But they are very much enjoyable to play against. It's still unique and original, and it's a shame that I've not really seen them win a lot of games. I mean, I would like to see Ice Barriers win more games, although that did kind of happen on Xylophony's channel when Mario took Ice Barriers all the way to the final, only to lose to Dark Magician. It was just great. It was the finest hour for Ice Barriers for sure. Either way, they're always enjoyable to play against. I don't know if he's going to keep them though. I mean, it would be a shame if he got rid of them. I reckon if we got in more games, picked up new strategies, then they can be absolutely formidable. Well, all the same, I do enjoy Ice Barriers. Number 9, Heretics. I like the concept of Heretics. An archetype with an Egyptian theme. I really like that concept. It's always good fun playing against them. Love the gimmick surrounding them, and it's great that Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis and even this Xyz monster can see play outside of Heretics. It can be played in Blue Eyes, Galaxy Photons. It's just great. People may have not found them so fun when used with Dragon Rulers though, but on their own they're just a ton of fun, and it was a deck that I thought about making myself but never did, and then it gave me the idea of combining them with the Egyptian gods. and I only made that deck online. Didn't work too well, unfortunately, which shows that I guess they're best off in their own separate archetypes, as they seem to clog and brick. I mean, mind you, Heretics can brick as well, but once they get going, they're just simply awesome. And I love facing them. Number 8 is his level 5 warrior deck, one of his favourites, and I think it was something he built himself. Okay, so yeah, it is basically Star Warriors, but has a bunch of other different level 5 warriors thrown in, like Earth Armor Ninja, what was it, Overlay Booster? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, Overlay Booster. Oh yeah, and the red Super Quantal monster. So yeah, I love the idea. Just using generic level 5 warriors and making the Star Warrior fusions. It's just such a cool deck, very original. I love playing against it. And the fusions are just absolute beasts. In fact, I even play Editon myself in my Poker Night deck, which I think Gangster of Games suggested, can't remember for sure. Now there is also this misconception where sorry, just trying to remember some names. Yeah, there is this misconception where Gamer Central seems to think that I hate the level 12 guy, Shura the Combat Star, but I actually don't. I have nothing against it. I mean, yeah, its first 2 effects are problematic, more so the first, but that doesn't really give me any reason to hate it. I have nothing against anything in the archetype. There's like 12 or 13 fusion monsters I can think of that are so much more annoying than Shura the Combat Star. Like everything listed on my top 10 hated fusion monster list, as well as some that either didn't make the list or I completely forgot to put on the list. The one that I didn't really think of was El Shaddai Shekanaga. I thought about it, but decided not to in the end. And then there was also Imperion, the Magnet Warrior fusion between Valkyrian and Berserkerion. I kind of completely forgot about that one, because it's a monster that negates everything, which is so fucking annoying. And now I can't remember what the other fusion monster was that I hate. But either way, I mean, I'm sure we can all agree that Red Eye's Dark Dragoon is the most annoying fusion monster in the game, which should never have been made. But either way, I've nothing against Shura the Combat Star, and level 5 warriors are really cool. I think Express Gaming suggested I make them myself. Sorry. I mean, I could do, but I don't think I will, to be honest. I've got enough decks as it is, and I don't really want to build or rebuild any more decks, to be honest. Unless, of course, Emma wants to play something new. Anyway, sticking with the warrior theme, this brings me to number 7, ninjas. Now, I've always really liked ninjas, despite me saying the other night that the newer ninja cards are annoying. But other than that, like, ninjas are really awesome, very cool, very underrated. I mean, Strike Ninja is one of my favourite warriors in the game. And even though it's a ninja, it's one that doesn't actually see play in the ninja deck, which is fair enough, because they have mixed attributes. Like, they are very awesome and can do some really cool things. Yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how they perform in general, like, moving forward. No, I don't know if he's aware that Ninja's got new support lately. Like, I can't remember if it was in Photon Hypernova or Darkwing Blast. I can't remember exactly, but but still, like, it's just awesome, and you know, they can cause some problems once they get going, especially with that stupid trap card, the one that banishes. I'm trying to remember which one it is, but it's a trap that I hate, which I completely forgot about. There it is, Ninjutsu Art of Shadow Sealing. Tribute Ninja, target one monster your opponent controls, banish it, and while that card is banished, its monster zone, monster card zone cannot be used. And when this card leaves the field, return the banished monster. Yeah, that is the only card in the archetype that I hate with a fucking passion. As it's another cheap shot banish card. Like, it is just so infuriating. It's one that I wish was either banned or never got made. I don't think Gamer Central ever used it against me, or at least not that much. But I know when Express Gaming had them, he kept using it, which was so fucking annoying, especially that one time in his birthday endurance where I brought my Blackwings against it, and he sealed up both extra monster zones so that neither of us could summon anything from the extra deck, which he thought was funny, me not so much. It was absolute fucking bullshit. It's like it was just annoying being locked out of my extra deck, because Blackwings need their synchros to be able to play. Yeah, and it's an event that Express Gaming just won't shut up about. It was just annoying. But luckily, now that we're in Master Rule 5, that won't really happen so much anymore, unless I'm playing a Link-only deck. Other than that, love the ninjas, great fun. I even kind of made it myself online and combined them with the heroic monsters, which is also a deck that I thought about making in real life, but never got round to it. Yeah, I figured the two archetypes would work well together, and it kind of does, but maybe needs some work. Yeah, if I do make it online. Anyway, number 6. Cybers. Like, one of my favourite decks as well that I like to play, and yeah, like, despite the fact that nowadays they just hardly do anything except rush access code talker, there's still a lot of fun to play. Besides that, whether I'm playing them or whether someone else is playing them. Although when it comes to Dan's code talkers, not so much, as it's so annoying when he gets out Trigate Magician and has the ability to banish or negate something, which is just so infuriating. Hence why, oh no, it's Wizard, Trigate Wizard. Trigate Wizard is like one of my top 5 hated Link monsters, which, to be honest, I also think should be banned. It's the only Cyberse monster that I hate, really. Although I feel like Ibli is going to be up there with it. Especially after the bullshit I got put through when I faced Kashtiras. I didn't even know they ran it and had the ability to make use of it. I now don't know what's worse, Ibli or Trigate Wizard. It's just such a stupid bullshit card, and I actually genuinely think Ibli should be banned. I don't care what anyone says. But anyway, getting back on topic, I don't think he's got Game Essential's got the newer Cyberse cards. Then again, he hasn't really been able to go to any events over the last 2 years. He, just like me, just really want Saturday gaming to start up again. Still waiting on that. So he hasn't really been able to pick up new cards, or at least not that many anyway. So he's kind of forced to make do with what he has, which is a shame, really. Yeah, hopefully Saturday gaming will start up again. So either way, thumbs up for Cyberse. Number 5 is Exodia. Another of my favourite decks as well. Like I said, this is one of the only troll decks that I actually do like, the other one being Destiny Board, like I keep saying. I do enjoy Exodia games. Well, technically he is an old school boss monster. I mean, I like playing it myself, and I like playing against other Exodia decks. Well, unless of course it's that stupid Blue Eyes Exodia FTK deck. Fuck FTK decks. Exodia mirror matches can be quite funny, and we did actually have one the other month, and I was actually trying to see if we could end one of those duels in a draw, because there are situations where it actually is possible for both players to end up with all 5 pieces at the same time and end the duel in a draw. And that's what I was going for in Game 3, but he stopped me and then won the match. Maybe we can attempt it again, but the Exodia mirror match was still a very fun game. I'm just trying to think what other decks I could use to bring against it. Let's see, I faced it with the Duelist Kingdom Yugi deck. I faced it with my own Exodia deck. I faced it with Cats, Jinzo. See, this is what I need to do. Look over matchups I've had and see which decks have faced off. Just to make sure I can give you guys a bigger variety of dueling content, whether it's on my channel or the Team Sorcerer's channel. Number 4, Poker Nights. Yes, in late 2018 he got hold of my old Poker Night deck, and this was before I decided to properly rebuild it, like a couple of years back, because yeah, the support from King's Court just made them very good. But yeah, gotta love the Poker Nights. They're just so much fun to play with, and they're a lot of fun to play against, especially that first ever Try Not to Laugh dueling challenge that me and Gamer Central had, where basically he'd talk in his Yoda voice, which always sets me off, and I'd have to try not to laugh, and if I did, I'd millicold. Of course, the problem was in Game 2 of this match, my laughing was making him laugh. I just burst out laughing uncontrollably. It's just set him off and set Express Gaming off. Yeah, it was a good time, and the most fun game against his Arcana Knights that we've ever had. The problem is, again, I don't think he's got any of the support from King's Court, so if he still wants to keep the deck, I'll have to help him pick up the newer stuff. I don't know how difficult it is to get all the ultra rares from the set. Imperial Bower, Joker's Knight, Joker's Straits, Arcana Triumph Joker. We'll see. Number 3, Blackluster Soldier. Yes, my favourite ritual archetype. Yeah, again, it's always fun to play with and always fun to play against, and especially when this card, my favourite ritual monster, Blackluster Soldier, Super Soldier, is involved. Yeah, it's very cool. And don't know what I can really say that I haven't said when I talked about my own Blackluster Soldier deck. Especially when it's kind of built in a similar way to mine, only his one doesn't have an extra deck, which makes sense, I guess, because usually ritual decks don't really need one. I mean, my BLS deck has one, just in case, although I also play Pot of Extravagance in my build. Yeah, yeah, I can't really think of much to say regarding Blackluster Soldier. Did we have a mirror match yet? I think we may have done. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Then again, bringing anything against Blackluster Soldier is a lot of fun. And I still need to have a mirror match with Wyvern Watch. Yeah, that'll have to happen at some point. Number 2, Heroes of Time. Another one of his own creations where he mixed Elemental Heroes with Time Thieves. It is a very interesting concept which does work. It's just one of those ideas that's just outside the box. Gamer Central came up with the deck, and I think it was Weber's 5 who came up with the name. So yeah, then again, I just love any elemental hero based deck. Yes, this deck is very cool. It is completely original. And we need to see more of it, really. That's something I'd like to do a deck profile on at some point, especially since so far Gamer Central's only done one deck profile on the Team Sorcerer's channel, which was his Dragon Maids. So yeah, others I'd like to profile, of course, are Heroes of Time and Level 5 Warrior. Yeah, I love the concept of the two archetypes just working together in some way, and I look forward to seeing it in action more. And finally, in at number one, my absolute favourite deck that he has is Dark Magician, because well, what can I say? It's my favourite deck as well, and it's also my favourite deck that he plays. Like it's usually very enjoyable playing against another Dark Magician deck, and I enjoy a good Dark Magician mirror match. Unless, of course, Dragoon comes out. I mean, if Dragoon comes out, we're gonna have a problem. But fortunately for me, though, Gamer Central is the only other Dark Magician player I can think of that doesn't actually play Dragoon in his Dark Magician deck. Although then again, when it comes to subscribers, I think John Cross and Matt Welch don't play it in their Dark Magician decks as well, if I remember correctly. Okay, so in terms of Dark Magician players I know more personally, like in person, Gamer Central's the only other Dark Magician player that doesn't play Dragoon, but the only reason he doesn't play it is because, well, quite simply, he doesn't have one, and hasn't been able to get hold of one. And again, it's not easy for him getting hold of newer cards right now. And then there's the fact that he's more interested in trying to make his own Blue Eyes deck, so he's still trying to get the cards for that. I actually need to remember what cards he still needs, so I can try and help him out if I can. Yeah, I love going against his Dark Magician deck, regardless of what I'm using, and it's cool that he does still use some older Dark Magician cards. I mean, he still plays Dark Magician of Chaos, which I kind of miss playing in my Dark Magician deck, not gonna lie. Dedication Through Light and Darkness, I think he plays that. Dark Magic Veil. Does he play Chocolate Magician Girl? I feel like he does. Yeah, the problem is it's not fully updated with the newer cards that have come out over the last 3 years. Well, he has some, but not a lot of them. I know he doesn't have Magician's Soul. I can't remember if he's got Soul Servant or not. I know he does have Master of Chaos, and I also know he doesn't have Illusion of Chaos. So we'll have to help him pick all of those up. But maybe it'll be a bit easier once we get this year's Megatins, and yeah, which will have reprints from Battle of Chaos, or at least it should. yeah, I want to try and help out a fellow Dark Magician player if I can. And then one fond memory I have was the mirror match that we did have, which was also a try not to laugh challenge, where again he had me in tears of laughter thanks to his Yoda voice. It was just mad. It was one of my favourite games with him, and a favourite moment from 2019 overall. Yeah, I look forward to future games against his Dark Magician deck. I dread to think how things will go if he ever does get hold of a copy of Dragoon. And yeah, that's it. That is the list of my top 10 favourite decks that Gamer Central plays. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope all the other members of Team Sorcerers, including Gamer Central, enjoyed this video. And of course, if you all did, leave a like and a comment, share and subscribe if you haven't subbed already. I myself am so close now to 300. I mean, at the time of recording, I'm at 286 subscribers, so let's bump those numbers up and get to 300. And I also need to think of how to celebrate reaching 300 subs. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Richician YouTube channel.